So, wag kayong matakot magpa-review ng code nyo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wag kasi nahihiya yung minsan, parang, baka ang pangit ng code ko.
Oo.
It's supposed to be ugly when you're starting out. So,
Yep.
wala namang expectation
Agree.
sa'yo na maganda dapat siya.
Alright, welcome to episode 13 of Kaka-Computer, where tech meets wit and wisdom. In this episode, pag-usapan natin yung how to maximize your junior developer years. Kasi may crucial na tanong na bakit ba yung pagiging junior mo is the most critical part in your entire IT career. So, what do you guys think? Why is it so important na maayos yung foundation mo as a junior?
Ako agad no? Yeah, sa akin kasi, parang if you're a junior, parang ang blank page here, blank slate kayo.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have, sobrang critical nung start nun. Kasi, yun yung magiging foundation mo towards, building that career And, from there, lalo na pagka-graduate ka from, sabi natin, computer science or IT, there are some things that you need to unlearn from college. Kasi ibang-ibang industry.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? And, yun nga, sa akin, kailangan open kayo, diba?
Yeah.
To learn all that na, to let go of that ego na, mga inaral ko to, dapat may apply ko. Kasi it doesn't necessarily, it's rarely na ganun na nangyayari, kahit naman sa ibang industry. Na matadala mo yung aral mo in college into industry. So, sa akin, ganun lang muna.
For me naman, it's very critical since it will determine how far you will go in your career. So also that is the time that you will be building the necessary skills. And it will also determine ano yung mga options mo because the IT industry is so huge. It's so wide. And then you don't have to stick to just one specialization. I mean like specialization pays, but being a generalist also pays. Like for example, if you can learn DevOps, if you can learn front-end, back-end, hanggang maging full stack ka na. And during your junior years is actually the time that you really have to take as much learning as you can. Kasi aabot sa point na ikaw na mismo yung magme-mentor din ng iba. So it's very critical that you build your network at that phase as well. So you surround yourself with people na can help you throughout your career and look up to role models na potentially can also inspire you to still go on. So yeah.
And sabi nga nila, first impression lasts, di ba? So, kung early on pa lang, you build this good foundations na, yun na yung magsiset for your next stage kung later on in your career. Kasi if you develop bad habits na as a junior pa lang, it's gonna be very difficult to unlearn.
Yep.
Di ba? And speaking of skills kanina, ano ba dapat yung mga skills do you think that junior developers should possess?
Yeah, siguro I'll start with this. For me, I think it's really important for you to understand yung fundamentals of programming that you would need in the real world. So, yun nga, sometimes, sabi nga na Rem kanina, sometimes it's different from what you've learned from schools. Siguro, yung dito makikita mo na yung how do you collaborate with your teammates, how do you guys work on a common goal na it will be divided into multiple tasks but it only contributes to like developing a single product. And at the same time, yung mga technical foundation din, like yung basic Git, how do you avoid ng mga merge conflicts when you're merging na yung codes ng isa't isa. So I think as junior, yung mga foundational na yun that will serve you in the future then as you level up your career sa IT. How about you guys?
Sa akin, siguro tatlo. First one, ito napakahalaga nito kahit naman anong stage ng career mo, is to learn how to learn. Yung aptitude mo to absorb knowledge, new knowledge, na ayan nga, you are open to learning more things, na hindi ka kontento na ito lang yung alam ko, hanggang dito lang ako. But nasa-challenge ka kunwari, hindi mo alam yung task, gawin yung task. You know na kaya kong aralin to. Yung confidence na yun. Yung pangalawa is, learning how when to ask for help.
Yep.
Ito, nagiging trap ng mga ng mga baguhan to na feeling nila pagka pasok nila sa bagong company, bagong career, na you have to know everything na agad. Hindi ganun eh. Lalo na in a company, may context doon na hindi mo alam eh. And I've had a lot of juniors na parang sinasarili nila, kala nila ma-figure out nila na sarili nila. Kasi feeling nila that's what's expected out of them. Na hindi naman. Sabi ko nga, what we expect from you is to ask questions, is to ask for help. Kasi may mga bagay na dito na hindi mo may encounter sa ibang kumpanya. Even in books. Kasi the code itself is a reflection of our business. So our business is unique. So our context is very unique. And for you to absorb that context, you have to ask for help, ask questions. And yun nga, and yung third siguro yun, yung ego na yun, tanggalin nyo na basta be there to actually learn a lot. Aralin nyo lahat ng kaya nyo aralin, tanongin nyo na yung kaya nyo tanongin, huwag kayong mahihiya.
Oo.
Yun yung
hindi naman din nakakatulong na parang first day mo, tas magpapabilive ka, diba? So by not asking questions, you're just delaying the task na binigay sa'yo. And speaking of the first point, no, na you learn how to learn. So how can juniors go outside, or how can they learn more outside of their daily task at work? Kunwari, gusto nilang mag-upskills. What are your recommendations on that?
Yeah, I think for me, when you're a junior kasi, you rely mostly dun sa task na binibigay sa'yo either ng senior mo or ng project manager nyo, and then you focus on that. So, marami na ring learnings doon kasi as you do the task, sobrang dami mo kailangan aralin. Like, for sure, binigyan ka ng task, hindi mo alam kung paano yan i-implement eh. So, kailangan mo pang aralin yan, you go to the documentation, paano ba i-implement to. So, maraming Google to. Well, ngayon, maraming chat GPT yung gagawin ko siguro to achieve that. And, yeah, but outside of that, what I would recommend is, try to dedicate some time pa rin to parang do advanced studying. So, meron namang mga Udemy, Coursera. If you're, for example, you're a front-end developer ng React.js, then try to find a course in Udemy about React.js. Then, di mo naman kailangan tapusin lahat eh. Just look for chapters na you think would really be helpful sa mga future tasks na pwedeng i-work
just
on.
Enough, no? Just
enough. Yeah, how about you guys?
Go ahead. For me naman, I have a different approach. So, I believe that programming is really a practical skill. So, yung ginawa ko before when I was just starting is I was taking in more work. So, apart from my day job, may mga freelance din ako. So, there was a time that I actually applied for a data engineer na parang side job. Pero hindi ko pa alam mag-BigQuery, hindi ko pa alam mag-data visualization and all that stuff. So, I just took the job and I learned it on the fly. And then from there, I was able to establish myself because I already have that specific skill, and then I was able to create a project out of it. So, if hindi nyo naman comfortable na gawin yun, because I think some of you would feel, I'm not confident enough to apply for a job that I don't know, I don't have a skill set for. So, what I could probably recommend is have some passion projects. Let's say you would build up your GitHub portfolio. You would maybe contribute to open source. There are a lot of, especially yung mga libraries dyan, may mga open issues sila. So you can probably fork that project and address those issues. So yeah, that could be one way to still elevate your skills apart from your 9-to-5 job. So,
magandang point yun eh, no? Yung you put yourself in a situation na mapipilita kang aralin ng mga bagay. Hindi mo alam eh. Di ba? So, sige, kunin ko tong opportunity na to. Then, wala ka na magagawa kasi
maaral mo naman yun.
Nagpirma na kayo ng kontrata eh.
May documentation naman. May tutorial.
Unlike if self-paced ka lang, parang tatama rin ka eh. Kasi wala kang motivation to finish the actual work.
And at the same time, you're gaining monetary
rewards.
And then, may mga din naman, may mga companies din naman talaga that offer development programs for their employees din. So, as juniors, you should take advantage of that then. If you're lucky enough to be in that organization na nag-offer din.
Question ako dun. May ano pa ba yan? Parang, dati parang prevalent yan eh. Nowadays pa marami pa rin bang ganong companies na nagbibigay ng training?
In my experience, meron din naman, especially for mga enterprise talaga, yung maraming personnel in their organization.
corporate.
Oo. So, marami
okay
talaga.
Okay pa rin.
Pero, startups,
deployable ka na sa project dapat.
Pag startup, wala kang no choice dun.
You learn from experience and failure talaga agad eh.
Baptism by fire yan.
Yung story na yan.
Yeah, so mapakain ka na lang talaga ng chicharon doon eh. So, segue lang natin.
Ganda.
We would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor. Kitchen Witchery is a Filipino company engaged in manufacturing of condiments such as suka, toyo, patis, hot sauce, and we supply herbs and spice and other kitchen staples. This brand includes Basimatsi, Lapinay, and Talyasi. We carry premium, mid-range, and affordable condiments. Basimatsi stands for bawang, sibuyas, kamatis, and sili.
Yun pala yun.
Yun pala yun.
Ganda.
The holy grail of Filipino cooking. It is made out of 3 types of vinegars: sugarcane, coconut, and palm. All natural. So we are present in several stores nationwide like Gordos, Common Room,
Oh,
All Day,
Gordos
Walter
pa.
Mart, and pwede kayo mag-order online. Diba? So their advocacy is to help our farmers and their families. So kung may chicharon ka, dapat meron ka ring suka ng Basimatsi.
Yes.
Yun, ganda ng
Yes.
sponsor natin today. All natural, no? For sure, di papalitan ng AI.
Yeah. So, yun, if you're enjoying this episode, please don't forget to subscribe and share it with other junior developers looking to grow their careers.
Yes.
All right, so we talked about earlier na pag junior dev ka, you should ask questions, no? But as a junior dev, how can you gain the most out of working with a senior dev? Aside from asking questions, ano yung mga gagawin or ano yung mga strategies nyo para you can learn effectively and you can gain most experience?
I could go first. So this is what what I did during my junior year. So I really kinukulit ko talaga yung senior dev ko. So there is a task and I would create a solution of it because as an engineer, you're not just going to do the task and execute it. You have to think of a solution, right? So i-cross check ko siya sa senior ko. Is this good enough? Magbe-break ba to siya at some point? Do I need so much effort to do this feature, things like that. In terms of performance testing, saan ba yung mga breaking points niya? So I had that brainstorming session with my senior, and apart from that, code reviews din. Like need talaga yon, like to have some best practices. That's what seniors are for when you're in a junior position. And then at the same time, you have to look things not from the task level but from the higher level. Like how would your change affect the entire system? So will it cause breaking changes? Will it cause any other dependencies? Is it tightly coupled to other modules dun sa app? So you have to think of these things in order for you to maximize yung pagde-develop mo ng skill mo as a junior in order for you to go to the next level.
True. May ma-add ka ba?
Ako same lang eh. Actually peer review sobrang sobrang valuable. Kasi dun yung actually point of contact nyo madalas for knowledge sharing eh. So wag kayong matakot magpa-review ng code nyo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wag kasi nahihiya yung minsan parang ang pangit ng code ko.
Oo.
It's supposed to be ugly when you're starting out. So
Yep.
paano may expectation sa'yo na maganda dapat siya.
Tsaka wag din kayo ma-discourage if ma-rejected yung
Yes.
feedback.
Yeah,
Yes.
tama.
Learn from the feedback and
Yes.
then apply it on your next task.
Yes.
And I'm sure a lot of us experience this din, no? Na when you're working with a task as a junior, nabablock tayo. Na-try na natin lahat ng approach pero di pa rin talaga kaya. Ano yung ginagawa niyo doon? Pag,
Umiyak.
pwede.
I think, yeah, back in the day, you really ask for help. Yun, kung meron kayong senior developers, you ask for help na, like if you're spending too much time, like more than a day dun sa isang task na kinamit mo, possibly one day mo lang dapat tatapusin tapos it's already taking you 2 days, 3 days.
1 week na.
Yun, ask for help talaga for seniors. And well, nowadays, you try to ask if meron kayong access sa mga Gen AI technologies. Well, try to ask si senior ChatGPT. So, and yeah, kung may iba man kayong tools na pwedeng gamitin. Kasi sobrang helpful niya. Even ako sometimes I use ChatGPT, like merong mga issues na normally simple lang naman siya, but since I'm no longer coding, parang nahihirapan na rin ako resolve. So but when I ask ChatGPT, it gives me like a really comprehensive guide on how should I approach the problem and how can I solve it.
Tsaka yan yung advantage ng mga juniors ngayon kasi they have access to that. Back
Yep.
then, yung research ko lang parang 5-year-old Stack Overflow thread na tas closed na. Tas hindi mo na alam ano yung solution. And then yun nga with Gen AI it can clearly define kung ano yung step-by-step process, ganun. Na-explain talaga ng maigi. Kaya ba ano yung approach niyo doon?
Magandang gawin din kunwari na stock kayo. Actually, i-lay down nyo yung thought process nyo. Then, pag-usapan nyo with your senior. Actually, yung mga juniors ko madalas sinasabi ko, even before you write your code, bago ka magsayang ng oras dyan, pagka medyo alangan ka na, sabi mo sa akin ano yung thought process mo, paano mo siya isa-solve. Then, makikita agad dun kung tama ba yung naisip mo . Kasi baka, nakikita mo tong maliit na bagay nito. But your senior should know yung broader picture. Kung ikaw, ito lang kita mo, tapos tinuloy mo yan, may malaki pala yung maging effect niyan. Tapos, pinikaksaya mo kunwari sa 2 araw. Tapos pagbalik mo sa senior mo, bakit yan ang ginawa mo? Di mo ko tinanong. Diba? Di sana di nasali ang oras mo.
Actually, I agree on that. Actually, software engineering is, let's say, 70% solutioning, 20% coding, and 10% testing.
Yeah.
So, kasi pag ginawa mo yan right away without really thinking through ano ba yung potential na pwedeng mangyari dito, magre-redo ka ulit niyan kung mali yung approach mo. So, you have to think of all the use cases, all of the breaking points, and then think if acceptable ba to o hindi to acceptable. So, really, solutioning talaga yung greatest part ng chunk ng time.
Yeah.